I love this because it's basically just saying his ideas were so crazy and awful that it motivated people to try and find any other explanation just to prove him wrong. Like so much research was done with the basis of I freaking hate Freud. What a mood. Freud is sometimes referred to as the father of psychology. Whilst not everyone may like or agree with his ideas, the process of trying to find better ideas than some of his has triggered a huge amount of research within psychology, as it should be. The economy's biggest mystery. Paychecks just aren't growing. Oh boy, it's a freaking mystery. A spooky scary mystery. Better get freaking Sherlock Holmes on this one. It's a big freaking mystery with no obvious answer. This is not a Sherlock Holmes mystery. This is a Scooby-Doo mystery, where the villain is an old white guy pulling a real estate inheritance scam. Do non-Americans realize that the United States is literally just a bunch of countries in a trench coat that agreed to be semi-nice to each other in order to sneak into the big boy club? Because let's be honest, that's just what the USA is, the rest of the world. So, you're a big country, the States, standing on each other's shoulders. Why yes. I love how everyone who's reblogged this hasn't added anything on or tagged anything on it. They're all just like, yeah, that's it. That's the entire United States summed up in one post. Oh my god, is that why you guys are so weird? Yeah, 100%. Do the people who made that CGI Bulbasaur know they saved a life? This is a Serotonin and well, and I'm bringing buckets. Some people deserve to die, but the death penalty is not the answer. As soon as you give the government the ability to kill without repercussion, they will find some way to weaponize that against political enemies and minorities. The solution: let me run around with a baseball bat. Me explaining to the doorman why I need to get into Woody Allen's building actually. If you want the rewards of finding a new favorite song, then you have to submit to the mortifying ordeal of listening to unfamiliar music, an unfair and unreasonable expectation. I object. When I was little, my big sister had, like, every single Sims game and expansion there was. She played it super seriously, never cheated, and raised entire generations of families very lovingly and carefully, built her own houses, gave them careers, made sure they were happy, all that jazz. I ended up banned from playing her game ever because I insisted on making the most ugly godforsaken Sims on the planet, sticking them in shoddy houses that were filled with ovens and pinball machines, and the lawn was covered in neon carpet that you could see from the overworld map as this huge ugly eyesore, and then my Sims would inevitably go over to her normal ones and mate with them, and she was furious. Invasive species. A lot of the substances we think of as protection against the supernatural, e.g. salt, silver, garlic, are actually antibacterial, and would have helped stave off infections and illnesses that people once attributed to supernatural influence. Based on this, I want to see a story where vampires are repelled by hand sanitizer. Have you seen one in the last 2 years or so? Cowboys aren't attractive. Pukicho. Thanks for rating me. This is a good ass post and not mine. Pukicho. Oh sweet thanks. Why don't Jedis turn off their opponent's lightsabers by force pressing the button? I'm laughing so hard because instead of the epic lightsaber fight, they'd just be aggressively switching them on and off. Could you imagine? David Tennant's voice. Oh no, it's my archenemy David Landlord. I have reblogged this twice already, and every single time I cry laughing. I've seen this post so many times and just now noticed the double N in landlord. That's great. When your hair is wavy curly, sometimes there is a fine line between messy romantic waves and evil witch who lives in the woods. When your hair is fine and straight, there's a fine line between sleek and elegant and weasel dipped in grease. When your hair is thick, there's a fine line between gorgeous vibrant bounce and holy frick it's Hagrid. When your hair is thin, all there is a fine line. My favorite thing about small business owners is that, unrestrained by corporate board approval or even human hubris, 3 times out of 10 they will fit a pun into the shop name. Oh my god. So this summer we went to Basalt, Colorado, and there was this ice cream place right next to a coffee shop, and the ice cream place was Kalido Scoops and the coffee place was DJ Brew. I feel like I've been there before. Did you just? my sister's dad opened the freezer and a blob of ice fell on his foot and hurt him and he was like yelling and hopping and crap and I was like, hey, maybe you should put some ice on that, your sister's dad. What are we? This messed me up. You're so Shrexy. Sorry about your constantly being haunted by the intense feeling of sadness. I want you to know this ask has been sitting in my inbox and living in my head rent free ever since you sent it anon. And I don't know what to say to it except I love it and I'm probably going to pin it on this blog forever. Please write to me if you see this. Hey, do you have a Tumblr? No, sorry. Reblog if you don't have a Tumblr. Not to still be on this, but the part of the DB Cooper case I especially love is that he intended to quietly declare his intentions by slipping a flight stewardess a note that was like, I have a bomb. And like, he gave her the note, presumably expecting her to read it right away and immediately begin to follow his orders. But she was thinking, okay, it's a desperate horny guy trying to flirt and didn't read it and dropped it in her purse and he had to like, quietly get her attention and be like, no, please look at the note, I have a bomb. Like, imagine being him in that moment. Like, it had to have been a little embarrassing. Fail. Rippers believe it or else. Every part of this joke is older than most of the people on this website. Jigsaw is a freaking VTuber. He has a stupid little rigged puppet he uses to talk to his audience. I'm gonna freaking crap. A lab coat and a wizard robe are exactly the same thing actually. The only thing separating a wizard and a mad scientist is time. They are gay lovers. Oh, you are extremely correct to say this, thank you. They are kissing, brewing potions and mixing chemicals in tubes beakers. Some of y'all didn't grow up as the person nobody has a crush on and it really shows. Some of y'all never had to deal with the constant doubt in your own ability to be loved to the point where you get second-hand embarrassment at the idea of someone being in love with you and finding you attractive because you've been diagnosed with ugly and cringy your whole life and it really shows. What did King George think of the American colonies? He thought they were revolting. To you it's a UFO. I know what it is. Sorry I had to. The X-Files. My edits. This probably looks like crap but whatever. I hate the word nut. Cum is a nicer word. Though look at the squirrel storing cum for the winter. I was sad until I opened The Sims and made a dog called Chocolate Milk and I think you should look at him. I was sad until I opened Tumblr and saw a dog called Chocolate Milk and I think you should look at him. Hosea was right when he said lay me gently in the cold dark earth, but not for any romantic reason. I just think I'm ready for a grave. More posts like this. I was alone. This made me laugh way too hard, like yeah beach you are alone. Obi-Wan is just so incredibly gay. Limpestrest in the galaxy. It's why he keeps dropping his lightsaber. Is he? You know. Sound of lightsaber clattering on the ground. Stop being funnier on my posts than me. There is something about sunlight that makes life seem just a little less horrible. It's the vitamin D beach. One day Owen Wilson is going to die in real life and you just know people on here are going to post the Cars 3 crash gif. Shower gel label. Immerse yourself in this new me-time luxury fruity titty. Abandon all sense of identity and dissolve your memories into this soothing chemical broth. 1 billion melons are in this tube. Use them wisely. The last TV show you watched is now getting a crossover with the last video game you played. What is the unholy abomination that has just been created? Buffy the Vampire Home Designer. Psych vs Wind Waker. Masher in the world. Honestly a good fit. Ah yeah, winning son. How the heck is Pokemon Go half a decade old? Don't confuse my hatred of the hyper wealthy for jealousy over what they have. I don't want a 6-figure sports car, or a 40-room mansion, or a goldly truffle wagyu steak dinner. I want redistribution of wealth that allows for infrastructural support of all citizens' basic survival needs. My cat is not dangerous, he just wants to play. His cat. When you have an 8-hour shift but you finish it in 3, I'm fired. YouTuber. It's 1000 subscribers, not VPN. Skillshare. Me. Blushes IRL while flirting with a character in a game. Gen Z culture is Shadow the Hedgehog is a beach ass motherfricker. This spirit came to me in a dream. Can anyone identify him? I want to file a police report. Melman. I love that Doctor Strange didn't get a superhero name when he got his powers. He was like, I went to medical school and this magic thing is a hobby. He's the equivalent of women who marry after getting their PhD and don't take their partner's name because I was the one who went to college and earned that, and I think that's very Shreksy of him. Me, queen of having had enough. Hey guys, if you ever break this uranium isotope, seriously listen to him. He don't mess around. You will get these as a possible pair of fission fragments. Oh, so you rich guys throw the water out after you boil hot dogs. Too good for hot dog soup. Too good to dab the soup on your wrists like Kellogg. SSSHHH. They're sharing a tender moment. Why does one have a way larger nose? That's just how some people are. I can't help making bad posts. It's in my genes. Me. Sitting on a throne bare-chested but wearing ornately engraved plate armor on my arms and legs and cloaked in fine almost translucent silks with an enormous snake draped over my shoulders. I got lost in the fantasy of this dope outfit and forgot what kind of post I was gonna make. I think about this all the time. Have you read any fanfiction? Besides the inevitable erotic tales, there's one story in which Will and Hannibal team up to fight vampires, and another where they go line dancing together. Nicholson. Whoa, I've not seen those. I've only read the erotic stuff and I enjoyed it tremendously. This man is so strong, like, psychically. Hey, if we are mutuals, feel free to loot my corpse for valuables. When someone sends you an unasked but you can still tell who it is. My friend, if you have Shreks with pregnant Lara Croft, you are basically a womb raider. Me, will you shut up, man? Normal people, Italians. COVID is strong, but not as strong as family. Eating bugs, eating wet bugs. Trick boy, soft boy, e-boy, 1930s boy. I'm your father. You. That's not true. That's impossible. Nothing is impossible with family. My phone is my curfew. IDGAF where I am or how much fun I'm having. When my phone die, it's time for me to go TF home. Hello Carol, this is Jill from Life Alert. I need you to stay where you are. Help will arrive soon. If you look into a mirror at midnight and say 4chan 3 times, you will summon these. We are the Enlightenment. My favorite vegetable is onion rings. When you've been friends with someone for more than 3 months, still in personality trays. She's broken because she believed, Bren beef, he's okay because he lit. Thank you for sending assassins after me BTW, I really needed that, it meant a lot to me. Parallel play. Parallel play is a form of play in which children play adjacent to each other, but do not try to influence one another's behavior. The children do not play together but alongside each other simply because they are in the same room. Parallel play is usually first observed in children age 2 to 3. Me and my mutuals. Mutuals. This is a checkpoint. I'm checking in. I'm wrapping you in a blanket and giving you a nice warm drink. Also some pretty flowers. It will be okay. It's 9 in the afternoon and your eyes are the size of very big. I love being in love and financially stable. It's so wavy. Send the link. Real soft guy vows if you want to be held by a girl RN click that like. Blogs who run entirely on cues always reblog the oldest posts like, can't believe Bush won the election, moving to Canada, you are a cutie pie. So glad we as a culture got over ironically liking Shrek as a meme and went back to liking Shrek as a good movie. Studies show that documentaries are now more popular than ever. I don't give a frick, I'm watching Shrek. This happened to me the other day. Is the Tumblr staff just a bunch of kids in long coats? Some questions are best left unanswered.
Howdy folks, I hope that you all enjoyed episode 245 of Top Tumblr Memes. If you did, feel free to drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And if you're able to go the extra mile in supporting myself and supporting the channel, feel free to click the join button next to the subscribe button and become a channel member. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you all for 13,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it, but let's continue with the growth. Like I've said in the past, liking the videos, commenting, interacting with the channel in any way really boost the channel and the YouTube algorithm. So anything you all can do, I would really appreciate. Thank you all for yesterday's responses to the question of the day, even though there wasn't one. I just enjoy reading your comments in general. But yeah, sorry if I was just feeling not creative, so I couldn't generate a question of the day. And because I make the rules, I can do that. It's nice. It's nice to be the one in charge. You know, I can go a day without asking a question of the day. Now, for today's question of the day, you do have homework. You do have to answer this one. If animals could speak, which animal do you think would be the most rude of them all? You know, have the most attitude, be the nastiest one. Which animal do you just think, like, if they could talk, they would just be a foul creature? I'd like to hear that in the comments. I feel like I'll get a lot of creative answers out of this one. I hope that you all have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is for you. And I'll see you all tomorrow with episode 246 of Top Tumblr Memes. Peace out, guys.